Fazza, a heart, heavier than the groan. Fazza walks where echoes breathe, not loud, not crowned by noise. His steps carry the weight of years, older than the mirrors that know his face. He learned silence before speech, learned patience before command. The sky of Dubai watched him grow, yet his heart grew faster and heavier. A child once looked at sand and asked why it remembers. An answer came as wind, telling him, because every foot leaves truth. Fazza carries those truths inside. They bend his spine gently, never breaking, only reminding. Crowns are not gold to him. They are promises, folded carefully, so they do not cut the hands of others. His smile is trained, yet his eyes are free. They roam beyond ceremony, into rooms where grief sits alone. A heart heavier than the groan means loving before being taught, means protecting before being praised. He listens to old men whose voices shake like tired bridges. He listens to women whose strength has survived without applause. In his chest live stories, not written for headlines, stories whispered by night workers, by mothers waiting, by fathers holding worry like prayer. Fazza does not outrun pain. He walks beside it, matching its pace, so it does not feel abandoned. The city sees a leader, the desert sees a son, the sea sees a keeper, and the stars see a witness. When he stands still, time adjusts itself, breathing slower, as if respect has weight. A heavier heart does not mean sadness. It means depth. It means the courage to feel, without armor. He remembers lessons not spoken, a look from his father, a pause before a decision, the way responsibility enters a room quietly. There are mornings when the sun rests on his shoulders, asking for guidance, and evenings when the moon asks for mercy. Fazza gives both. Without counting, he knows power is fragile. It breaks when held too tight. So he holds gently, even when storms demand force. The grown often forget wonder, but his heart did not. It kept a corner soft, where dreams still kneel. Children sense this. They trust him, because truth recognizes truth. A heavier heart bends closer to earth. It hears footsteps others ignore. It feels hunger behind laughter. It sees courage hiding in fear. When history calls his name, it will not shout, it will bow, because leadership is not standing above, it is standing with. Fazza walks forward, carrying yesterday without dropping tomorrow. The city glows behind him. The desert breathes beside him. The future waits ahead, patient, a heart heavier than the groan. Beats slower, stronger, deeper. And in that steady rhythm, a nation finds rest, morning finds him awake. Before the city decides to breathe, light enters the room softly, as if it knows weight lives here. He carries yesterday without complaint. Memories rest on his shoulders, like birds that refuse to fly away, because they trust his stillness. A heavier heart learns balance, how to hold joy without spilling grief, how to carry sorrow without drowning hope. Fazza understands this rhythm. It beats slow, measured, aware. The desert once taught him that strength is not noise. Dunes rise without announcing power, yet they move nations of sand. He learned to move the same way, quietly, with purpose, without erasing those behind him. When crowds gather, they see posture and calm, but they do not see the nights where sleep avoids his name. In those hours, thoughts line up like questions, asking what more can be done, asking who has been forgotten. A heart heavier than the groan does not rest easily. It keeps doors open in case someone needs shelter. He thinks of workers before sunrise, hands rough with effort, dreams folded into pockets, waiting for better days. He thinks of elders whose stories fade without listeners, whose wisdom waits patiently for ears that still respect time. Fazza listens, not because it is expected, but because listening builds bridges, where orders only build walls. Responsibility is not a robe. It is a mirror, showing what must improve before pride is allowed. He has seen applause fade, like footprints in wind, but he has seen kindness remain, etched deeper than monuments. A heavier heart remembers that, chooses actions that survive silence. There are choices no one witnesses, decisions made in quiet rooms, where titles mean nothing and conscience speaks clearly. In those moments, he chooses people over image, future over comfort, truth over ease. The grown often protect themselves, but his heart learned to protect others, even when it costs sleep, even when it costs ease. Leadership to him is service, a steady hand, a lowered voice, a willingness to carry more. He walks among tradition and does not fear it. He walks toward change and does not rush it. Balance lives between those steps. A child once asked him why the sky never falls. He answered with a smile, because it trusts the earth. Trust is the quiet currency he values, earned slowly, never demanded. He understands that legacy is not what is built high, but what is built right. The city grows, towers climb, roads stretch forward, yet his heart checks foundations. Are they fair? Are they shared? Are they kind? A heavier heart asks these questions, even when no one else does. When mistakes appear, he does not hide them. He studies them, turns them into teachers. Strength is not perfection. It is correction. In solitude, he speaks little, but his thoughts travel far, touching futures not yet formed. He imagines a nation where dignity is common, where opportunity finds effort, where silence is not fear. These visions add weight, but also direction. Night returns. The city lights shimmer, like scattered intentions, and he stands watching, not